Well, today is Wednesday. I'm Lashana Guy, and this is Good News Only, the show where we will celebrate the stories that uplift and inspire us all. Every weekday at 10:30 a.m., we are recapping the good news only. The community wins, the local wins that bring a little bit more light to your day. And I want to hear from you too. So if something good is happening in your world, a personal victory, a community success, a birthday, or just something that made you smile, send me an email to news25 at wek.com and be sure to put Hey Shauna, that's SHAUNA, in the subject line so I know it's for me. I would love to share your good news right here on the show. So let's start today with something good. Today's show, as always, is packed full of good news, starting with the fact that Sunny is here. Now, I don't know how long she's going to be here because we're still looking for a place for her to live here. But she's here. She told me she wanted to come and say hi. Say hi, Sunny. She's shy. Also, you may hear happy birthdays going on in the background. These are just the joys of our new home. Yep. But what brings me joy is that they asked if it was okay, and somebody asked just now. She said she's going, her show's live, and they said she said it's okay. So I love the consideration. I told you last week I love to be considered, I love to be thought about, and they have done that. But the good news is this is birthday celebrations for people who work here, for our own. So today is Jason Howell's birthday and Kyle Vince's birthday. So on Good News Only, you all know we make a big deal about birthdays. So happy birthday to the both of them and many, many, many more. So Sunny's gonna go away. Her shyness is taking over. Her people anxiety is getting to her. And you have me. Listen, this lighting makes my mouth water. I mean, it absolutely does. Again, back in the back, it was dark. I mean, I didn't even look like the same person. But today, in all of this light, I mean, it's no Mariah Carey, but it is definitely lightning. Okay, the lighting is lightning. I love it. If I had a spoon, I'd scoop me. It's delicious. I love it. Anyway, more or less about me. So look, my sister told me the other day about this fundraiser. This lady, a friend of hers, my sister's a nurse, and so she works at one of the hospitals, or she actually works for a couple different facilities here in town. But she was telling me about, and I want to pull it up for you, so bear with me. She was telling me about this. One of her friends from work is doing this fundraiser, and so she sent me her Facebook post. And so we're going to have this young woman as a guest on our show in the very, very, very near future. But I wanted to start telling you about our fundraiser early, so that you could start your day with something good and be ready to support if that's what you should so choose to do. So I'm going to read her first Facebook post so that you will know what's happening. So on February 6th, she says that she will be sleeping in her car by choice. However, not everyone does so willingly. She says, I've cared for many homeless patients, as she, like I mentioned, is a nurse, and it always breaks my heart to see someone down on their luck. Quite frankly, we're all just one tragedy away from such a predicament. So this year, I'm participating in the Home Sweet Home Ministries Night in a Car event. Again, I'm newish to the area. I've been saying that, how long have we been together now? 5 months. So the newness is wearing off, but I'm new to the area and I didn't know that they do this. So this is pretty cool. So unlike those experiencing homelessness, she says, I have access to my car and the church to use the restroom. So you could tell that she's really passionate about this cause. And she's really, really thought about it. It's really weighed heavily on her heart. She says her goal is to raise $1,000, which is enough to support one person for a single month to escape being homeless. So if you feel inclined, she would appreciate it. And so she left a link where you could donate. So I will post that to the Good News Only page so that you can have access to that to help support. Again, that fundraiser takes place February 6th. And we will have more local good news after the break. Welcome back. So, listen, yesterday we didn't get to talk about all of the exciting events that went on in celebration of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So, I thought we'd start today's show by just discussing some of the events that took place, like the luncheon and the march. Look at this. First, we're going to talk about the luncheon. Let me change that lower third for you so that you know what you're looking at. We're looking at local good news. Okay, so the tradition of honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. continued in Peoria as community members gathered on Monday morning at the Civic Center for the 33rd annual Martin Luther King Celebration Luncheon, the MLK Luncheon. It's cool. So, this year's event focused on reflection, service, and social justice, bringing together local leaders, advocates, and residents committed to Dr. King's vision. The keynote speaker was the new co host, was the View co host, Sunny Holston, who shared powerful reflections on justice, identity, and the ongoing work still ahead. So, drawing from her experience as a federal prosecutor, journalist, and author, Holston encouraged attendees to lead in, to get involved, or to lean in and to get involved and to speak out. City leaders also acknowledged that while two longtime MLK events were paused this year, both are expected to return next year. So that's definitely good to hear. Mayor Rita Ali reaffirmed the city's commitment to honoring Dr. King's legacy, not just through celebration, but through year-round action, which that's something I can get behind. And while some long-standing traditions paused, this year the community still found a meaningful way to get into action. So look at this. We had a People's March. So even without Peoria's traditional MLK March, community members showed up Monday for the People's March. And this is an event centered on unity and civic engagement. Dozens gathered to honor Dr. King's legacy and to continue conversations around civil rights and community involvement. So that was wonderful. Organizer Spanky Edwards voiced support for the mayor's decision to pause the traditional march, emphasizing the importance of keeping the spirit of the movement alive. So the march concluded at Grace Baptist Church, where multiple speakers addressed issues impacting Peoria today. So that's really great. Topics included the power of policy, building economic strength, education, justice, which is big. I mean, if you know, you know that's it's key, and creating long-lasting change at the local level. Sounds like a great, great, great event for a great, great, great cause. And so after the break, we're going to go from honoring Dr. King's legacy through action to spreading kindness in everyday ways. Again, that will be after the break when we talk about more good news. In the meantime, I want you to tell me what you thought, or what you think, rather, about the sound. Can you hear me? Am I too low? I feel like maybe I'm speaking a little low, but that's just because we're not in the privacy of our usual own home. I think, and I don't like everybody in our business. When we talk, it's just between us. But if I'm speaking too lowly, or too low, let me know. Send me an email to news25@wek.com. Be sure to put Hey Shauna in the subject line and say speak up. Or you can follow the 25 News Good News Only page, like I keep encouraging you to do. And many of you are following through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me know there that you need me to pick up the volume. Anyway, we'll talk more good news after the break. Well, welcome back to Good News Only. We are starting with more good news. This story was the sweetest story ever so far, and I feel like I say that about all the stories that are sweet. But listen to this: an Ohio teen is using her voice and her talent to help others feel less alone, and she is so adorable. So, Anna Bennett, she was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome at age 11, and she's now written and illustrated, so creative, her own children's book addressing Tourette's and mental health. The project was created as part of her Girl Scout Gold Award, which is aimed at breaking the stigma around mental health and creating lasting impact. So, this book inspired by books that she was read in her classroom. Bennett says that she wanted to explain Tourette's syndrome in a way kids could understand and share with their classmates. Her book, Tourette's Syndrome and Me, features personal experiences, including support from her dog, Gracie. So many people feel supported by animals, and I have got to figure out how that's happening. Because it's like they can't talk. Is it like a stuffed animal thing? I don't know. Tell me what it is so that I can hop on the train. I mean, I don't not believe it's true. It's true. Because again, my daughter is an animal lover, specifically dogs, and so we've always had dogs up until she went to college. But my goodness, there's another story in the lineup today about dogs being of support to people and kids even talking to them. So it's just such an interesting concept to someone like me. So she hopes that her story reminds kids that it's okay to struggle, to be different, or to need help, and that they are not alone. I love it. I love that the illustrations in the book seem so nice. I mean, I wish I could draw, but I can't. I see Van Gogh back there in the background, though. I love that. One of my favorite artists. So you can tell she's an artsy girl. She's a beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. Beautiful, smart girl. So congratulations to her. Her book is available on Amazon. You see there, Tourette Syndrome in Me. So if you would like to support her, if you would like to get this book for your classroom to support other children who may have some of these conditions, ADHD is on there. I have that. Okay, OCD is on there. I probably have that. Get it to support her and to help the kids in your life feel supported as well. So our next story is no less adorable. So Emma Dwyer. She grew up dancing in Lamar's, and she is now balancing college life at Iowa State. And she's just got a passion for giving back. So she's studying psychology and criminal justice while continuing to dance and explore the balance between creativity and logic. And I'm telling you, just from the video of this story, she is definitely a smart, smart, smart cookie, and a sweet one at that. So she said 3 years ago she founded A Chance to Dance, and this is a nonprofit providing dance tuition, shoes, and leotards to kids in need. Look at that little face. Isn't she just the sweetest? So Dwyer says dance gives her confidence, discipline, and resilience, and she wanted to remove financial barriers for others. Look at those babies. Let me take this down so you can see. Look at those little babies. They're so cute. So the nonprofit has raised $800,000, but we'll talk more about that when we come back after this break. Welcome back. So, again, back to the story we were talking about right before we went to break. Emma Dwyer's fundraiser has raised $8,500 so far, and it earned her a selection for a program in her area. So her impact has earned her a Space to Succeed scholarship, and it's helping her continue toward graduate school and a future in forensic psychology. Oh, I hope she can handle it. Oof, I don't know if I can handle it. She's a brave one. So helping kids feel confident and supported, that's also the goal of a very special new team member in Wisconsin. Remember, I told you we'd be talking about those loyal dogs again. That one looks very wise, very chiseled in the face. So you may be familiar with therapy dogs, but a facility dog named Nexa is now making a difference for children in Greene County, Wisconsin. Nexa works at the Greene County Child Advocacy Center, supporting children who have experienced abuse and neglect or other crimes. So heartbreaking. So unlike therapy dogs, facility dogs are trained to work with many children in a professional setting like forensic interviews. Staff say Nexa helps children feel calm and safe, often listening quietly as the kids share difficult stories. So this woman here, who is a forensic psychologist, she says that oftentimes when the kids can't tell them the story of what has happened to them, they will tell the dog. It's just heartbreaking, but it's so at least they can get it out, right? Whatever works, whatever helps them feel comfortable to be able to get their story out so that they can get the care and the justice that they need. So sweet. It's so sweet. It's so sad, but it's so sweet at the same time that they find some sort of solace and peace and comfort, and safety in these animals. So I love that they have implemented this. So after a 6-year wait, Nexa was placed through the Dogs for Better Lives at no cost to the center. So there's a program called Dogs for Better Lives there in Wisconsin, and so that's the program that placed her at the center at no cost. So the center hopes Nexa's story raises awareness and support, and it continues to operate at a funding deficit. And so Dogs for Better Lives says its greatest needs are for volunteer puppy raisers. So if you know someone in the Wisconsin area, that's a great thing. And donations. You can donate from anywhere, right? Donations to help place more dogs like Nexa. And if you know of any place here in town or in anywhere in central Illinois, they are willing to place dogs. So this could be a great opportunity to reach out to someone to get something like that done. So sweet. More after the break. Well, welcome back. That's a wrap for me today. Now, I want to hear from you. Please go to news25 at WEK.com and let me know what you thought about today's show. In the meantime, make sure, though, you put Hey Shauna, that's SHAUNA, in the subject line so I know it's from me. And then also make sure you follow the Good News Only Facebook page. That's 25 News, Good News Only. So be sure to follow that and meet me back here today at 1 p.m. for the second half of Good News Only. I'm Lashana Guy for 25 News. Have a wonderful, wonderful morning.